Hello everyone, I am Atharva Gajakosh and this is my teammate Zaid Kazi. We are a part of this year's science research team which is working on the project which aims to create sustainable water culture.
Hey Atharva,
Hey Zaid,
so how are you?
I am good. What about you?
I've been good too.
Recently, I was reading a paper on the internet which says that if we do not combat water shortage, we would run out of water by 2040.
No wonder we waste so much water which could easily be conserved.
But how can water be actually conserved?
Well, the first thing which could be done is treating grey water and reusing it for non potable uses.
What is grey water, sir?
Grey water is all the wastewater which is produced in households without any fecal contamination. So, all the wastewater which is obtained from your sinks, showers, washing machines, and things like that. It accounts for 60% of the wastewater produced in your house.
Interesting. But how can we actually recycle grey water?
It's very simple. Because grey water has fewer pathogens than wastewater, it can be easily treated with domestic wastewater treatments.
Are there any methods followed to treat grey water?
There are many, but I would like to suggest few which are much better, easier, and cost effective than the others. Moringa seed coagulation and three-layer filtration.
I haven't heard about those methods. So, can you tell me more about it?
Okay, I'll tell you. First way of water treatment is by using moringa or drumstick plant. The moringa pod should be heated till it's dry. The seeds should then be removed by peeling the outside of the pod with a knife. The seeds should then be put in a blender and blended with water till they are liquefied. This liquid should then be added to the grey water and be allowed to rest. Moringa oleifera seed is a natural adsorbent. It is known to remove heavy metals from the water and also possess antibacterial ability. It coagulates the pollutants and settles them.
Wonderful. I didn't know that this plant having so many nutritional benefits can also be used to treat grey water.
Yes, that's the reason it's called a magical plant. The second method, which is used as primary treatment in major water treatment plants, can be used in homes as well.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. It's layered filtration.
A cylinder prepared with gravel, river sand, and activated charcoal is used as filtration unit, and grey water is passed through it. Each substance contributes in retaining pollutants. Gravel. When water seeps through the fine gravel particles, it leaves behind any large particles of dirt. Sand. Sand is finer than gravel and helps to remove impurities like dust from the water. Activated charcoal. It removes toxins from the water without removing any important minerals. As the water passes through the three layers, it gets clear.
That's really great. All these substances are easily available, and one does not have to spend on them. In houses and colonies, where there are large places available, this layering can be done in the ground as well. The grey water can be released over the layers where the ground is slightly inclined towards plantations. So, after filtration, the water can be used for gardening, which is quite useful. Am I right?
You got it right.
Nice. But said, what would you suggest in the places where acute water shortage is faced? Like in my village, on bad days, villagers don't even have enough water for drinking. Your solution doesn't exactly solve that problem.
There is an easy solution to that too. The two treatments I just told you about come under primary treatment. After using any one of those two treatments, phycoremediation can be used.
I guess I don't know what phytoremediation is either.
Sure, I'll tell you.
Phycoremediation is the use of microalgae for water purification. Microalgae can be grown in the tanks in which wastewater is stored and can be used after primary treatments.
So Zed, after all these procedures, will the water be totally potable?
No, but it helps the water meet agricultural standards. But it can further be treated with the help of sodium hypochlorite and ultraviolet radiation to make the water potable to some extent. In fact, microalgae not only absorbs pollutants from the water and cleans it, its biomass can be sold by the farmers to pharmaceutical industries and they can earn money to support their living.
Amazing! This method not only solves environmental problems but also helps to solve economic and social problems too that arise due to water scarcity. But Zed, how come many people have not heard about this?
Not much awareness is being spread of the ways to conserve water. If grey water is treated and reused for flushing toilets, gardening, and cleaning cars at an individual and society level, imagine the amount of fresh water that can be saved and the pollution of water bodies can be reduced.
You have a point there, Zed.
Anyway, it was fun talking to you. I have to go now.
Okay, bye Zed. See you soon.
Bye.